Philip Freeman's book Alexander the Great takes us on a trip through the life of one of the most interesting people in history. This detailed biography gives a clear picture of Alexander the Great's life, from his troubled childhood to his famous victories and lasting impact. Our story starts in the Old Kingdom of Macedonia in the year 356 BCE. Here, Alexander is born. He is the son of King Philip II and Queen Olympias. From a young age, it's clear that he's going to do great things. He is taught by the great philosopher Aristotle, who gives him a love of learning and a desire to learn more. Alexander grows up in a world full of power and desire, and it is in this setting that he starts to want to be famous. As Alexander gets older, a terrible thing happens to his family. After his father is killed, he takes over as King of Macedonia when he is only 20 years old. With his newfound power, he plans to make his father's dream of taking over the Persian Empire come true. Alexander puts together a strong army and goes on an adventure that will change the course of history forever. The military adventures of the young king are at the heart of this exciting story. We see how fast and bold Alexander and his army are as they sweep across huge areas and kill everyone who stands in their way. Alexander's military victories are both amazing and scary. At the famous Battle of Gaugamela, he beat the Persian army led by King Darius III. At the Siege of Tyre, he showed how smart he was at planning. Alexander is always trying to do better than the people who came before him. This drives him in all of his accomplishments. He wants to unite the different cultures and peoples under his rule into a single empire that runs from Greece to India. But as he keeps going, his goal for glory gets more and more mixed up with his own desires to live forever and be like a god. Philip Freeman does a great job of showing how complicated Alexander's character is by pointing out both his strengths and his flaws. Alexander is a clever military tactician and a visionary leader, but he is also arrogant and has an insatiable desire for power. He loses touch with his forces and the real world of running a country, which causes tensions and disillusionment among his troops. The book also talks about the people who were important in Alexander's life. We see how hard it is for him to get along with his powerful and ambitious mother, Olympias. We meet Hephaestion, his best friend and confidant. Hephaestion's unshakable loyalty shows how deeply Alexander connects with people. We also see how he interacts with the people he has conquered and how he tries to make the Greek and Persian societies work together. Freeman does a good job of looking at the bigger ideas behind Alexander's story, which is full of big fights and big victories. Experts look at the clash of cultures, the nature of leadership, and the seductive pull of power. The book makes us think about how one person can change the course of history and asks us to think deeply about the limits of human desire. In conclusion, Philip Freeman's Alexander the Great is a fascinating look at the life and impact of one of the most important people in history. Freeman takes the ups and downs of Alexander's amazing journey to life through vivid storytelling and careful research. This book is a good reminder that even the most famous people are shaped by their own ambitions, the pressures of society, and the desire to live forever. Whether you are interested in history or just want to learn more about people, this biography is a compelling story that will leave you both moved and thinking.